So it's starting to look like 2024 is just about wrapped up here. And I do have to say, this year has been the most successful year for high impact audio. I was able to take the channel all the way out to our very first NAMM show this year and really just take in the experience of walking around a literal candy store for musicians. And of course, while we were hanging out at the NAMM show this past year, I got to hang out and talk to some of the coolest brands that are out there right now, like Balaguer guitars, Revv amplification, Enkey cases, and of course Aristides guitars as well. And it was just really cool being able just to hang out and get to know these brands and the people that work for these brands on more of a personal level where I just really couldn't do otherwise. And each and every one of the people that I got to meet from these different companies, they are awesome people with some great products out there. And just being at the NAMM show this past year really was a huge eye-opener for me because it really showed me just how much I love doing what I do on this channel. Along with going out to the NAMM show this past year, High Impact Audio was also invited all the way out to Germany to 42 Gear Street by my good friend Henning Pauly. And being at 42 Gear Street just really taught me how amazing the guitar community really is. A lot of the people that I got to hang out with out there at 42 Gear Street really started to become some amazing friends of mine. And yeah, we checked out a lot of great gear while we were out there, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I would still be here doing what I'm doing on this channel if it wasn't for the amazing friends and the community that I got to meet this year. There's definitely a ton of work that goes into all these different videos that I put out here on the channel. So I just want to say to the community, to everyone that comes and enjoys and watches my content, along with the amazing friends that I got to make this year, thank you. Thank you so much for the amazing 2024. So there are going to be a few different changes to high impact audio here in 2025. I'm always looking to evolve the channel and bring it to new heights and keep you guys entertained and just kind of keep things fresh because high impact audio, we do a ton of gear reviews. We just do gear review after gear review after gear review. So I'm wanting to bring you guys something a little bit different as well, along with our original gear reviews and everything. One of them being along the lines of the guitar riff video that I recently did in Drop C. I had a ton of fun doing that, playing some riffs from some of my favorite bands and just sharing that with you guys was awesome. And you guys seem to really enjoy that as well. So definitely keep an eye out for more of those types of videos as well. And really quick guys, before we get into the actual meat of this video, I just want to say, if you are enjoying my videos in any way, shape, or form, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that like button because it helps me out a ton here on the channel. And also, if you are wanting to help support the channel in any way, please check out the affiliate links down in the description below. If you purchase something through the affiliate links down below, it is no extra cost to you, but a portion of it will go to help support High Impact Audio, and it is very much appreciated. Let's get to the rest of the video. There were some amazing pieces of gear that made it onto the channel this year, and I want to talk about my favorites from 2024. These are the pieces of gear that made me stop everything that I was doing and think, whoa, this is pretty cool. Let's get into it. The EVH EL34 Iconic was definitely an amplifier that took a lot of us by surprise. At least to me, it seems that this amplifier kind of came out of nowhere with a pretty silent release as well. But of course, when you're looking at EVH's track record, an EL34 version of their 5150 Iconic amplifier was bound to happen eventually. There were a few changes that came with the EL34 Iconic, and the more obvious of the changes are, of course, the black and gold aesthetic of this amplifier. I really dig it. I think this amplifier looks frickin' awesome. And then the use of EL34 power tubes in the power section rather than using 6L6 power tubes. The one change that made the biggest difference on this new Iconic are some different voicings in the preamp to make it more warm and bring in some more low and mid frequencies in there. And these changes to the preamp are mainly supposed to affect the green crunch channel. But even with that being said, when I listen to the red high gain channel on the EL34 Iconic, I definitely hear some changes in the voicings on that one as well, especially compared to the 6L6 Iconic, which is a little bit more bitey and definitely more cold sounding. But either way, the EL34 Iconic is an awesome amplifier that has some sick tones. The 5150 Iconic isn't the only piece of gear that got a new makeover in 2024. The MD421 also got a new addition added to the roster with the 421 Kompakt from Sennheiser. And I'm sure you guys are really sick of hearing me say it, but I'm going to say it anyways. The 421 is my hands down absolute favorite microphone for miking up guitar cabinets. It just brings in such a rich tone into the sound, and it also pairs amazingly with some other very popular microphones out there that I won't mention because we're talking about the 421 Kompakt here. But the 421 Kompakt brings all of the amazing sound that you would get from the original MD421, just in a much smaller size, making it an all-around great option for miking up your instruments, especially drums where things can get a little bit cluttered in there. And with the smaller size, it's great for just throwing into a bag and taking it from gig to gig. The 421 Kompakt is missing one single feature from the original MD421, and that is its frequency adjustment dial that is on the base of the microphone. But also the 421 Kompakt is coming in at a much better price point versus the original. So with the Kompakt missing a small feature and also coming in at a much lower price from the original, in all honesty, I'm still sold on the 421 Kompakt. For everything that we do musically, whether that is recording, writing, or even learning, it all revolves around having a reliable computer to allow us to do these different things. And recently, I was introduced to an amazing company called Kreative Devices that makes some great customizable computers that can handle the load that us musicians need to get all those juicy ideas that we have floating around in our heads out to the public. Something that really sets Kreative Devices aside from other companies is the fact that they are creators building computers for other creators. So they know exactly what us musicians need in a reliable computer. And when you go to their website, there are a ton of different options for you to choose from. So you will definitely be able to find everything that you're looking for. And on top of amazing customizable computers for you, they're also affordable. So they're not going to break the bank. And I just think that is so freaking awesome. Everything that you are seeing in this video that is being recorded and edited is all being done on my G16 laptop from Kreative Devices. So it is definitely more than enough to handle the job. In 2024, I found out just how amazing an Evertune equipped guitar really is. It literally almost ruined any other kind of bridge for me. But I was in the market for an Evertune equipped guitar that wasn't going to go and break the bank for me. So I found the Cort KX707 Evertune. And for the price of around $900 to $1,000, there's a lot going on this guitar. You are getting a ton for that price. On this guitar, not only are you getting the Evertune bridge that will keep you in perfect tuning, but you're also getting a 5-piece roasted maple and walnut neck that will make sure that your neck stays perfectly straight without any twisting or bending, so it is going to be structurally sound. It also has a mahogany body with a really thick ash top on it, an ebony fretboard, and some Cort locking tuners up on top. These features are features that you would see in a guitar well above the price range of the Cort KX707. And if all of these different features aren't quite enough for you, in the bridge position, you will have a Seymour Duncan Nazgul pickup, and in the neck position, you'll have a Seymour Duncan Sentient pickup, giving you a lot of different options for different tones that you can go to for this guitar. The Cort KX707 Evertune is definitely the best guitar for the money that I've seen in a very, very long time. I have always been a huge fan of the Revv Generator sound. There's just something so magical in that mid-range that I absolutely love. And this year, Revv was celebrating their 10th anniversary and decided to release the Generator 120 Revision B that was bringing back that hairier and more aggressive distortion that you would hear in the Mark I and Mark II amplifiers. As soon as Revv released their 10th anniversary generators, I knew it was my time to finally get my dream amplifier. I have had the G20 for several years prior, and I absolutely love that amplifier, but I was never quite able to afford a full-size generator. Until now. If you're someone like me who likes a lot of bells and whistles, then buckle up because this amplifier has a massive amount of them. On the back, there is a 2-notes torpedo out in case you want to record directly into your audio interface. There's a noise gate, that way you can keep your high gain riffs nice and tight, and 4 different channels that sound very different from each other, which I always appreciate. And this is only scratching the surface. There is so much more to the Generator Rev B. Like I said, with the 4 different channels, each of them sound very different from the next, which I absolutely love. If you want a great, pristine, clean guitar tone, done. If you want an awesome crunch tone, no problem, you got it. High gain tones, well, there are two different channels for high gain tones. One being purple, which is going to be a little bit tighter of a distortion, and then the red, which is going to be a little bit more saturated and a little bit looser of a distortion. And both high gain channels will have an aggression mode, which will act kind of like a boost. So you don't have to boost the front of this amplifier if you really don't want to. The Revv Generator 120 Revision B is just about everything that I would ever want in an amplifier. And months down, it is still my dream amplifier. I am super excited to see what 2025 has in store for high impact audio, and there are some changes happening to the channel to bring you guys some different types of content as well. And like I said before, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for the love, the support, the past 3 years. I just cannot thank you guys enough, and you are absolutely awesome. For all of the different pieces of equipment that I talked about in today's video, I will have a link down in the description below. Also, if you are enjoying my videos in any way, shape, or form, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that like button. It helps me out a ton here on the channel. With that being said, guys, Happy New Year. My name is Chris with High Impact Audio, and I will see you guys next time.